If you feel scattered, unfocused, undisciplined, your mind's all over the place and you just can't seem to get yourself to do the boring things, then this video is for you. So last week I was a little bit sick and I'm just getting my voice back now, so I'm excited to record this for you guys. But I did a digital detox because my mind needed the same kind of healing that my body needed as well. So for about 40 hours, I'd had zero technology, no phone, no computer, no TV, nothing. So pretty much all I did for about 40 hours from Friday night till Sunday afternoon was just read, journal, and meditate. And what that did is it gave me time to think. It gave me time to spend with myself outside of the busyness of the day-to-day. So I remember Friday night, literally the minute I turned my phone off for the weekend. I kid you not, I remember this feeling. And the second I turned it off, I felt free. It felt like a huge weight had been lifted off my shoulders. And it felt like I had no obligations. There was no anxiety about things to do, about like being busy or productive or anything like that. There was no worry. And that was a feeling I haven't felt in a long time. Usually I typically feel that kind of when I'm out in the mountains, when there's no service. So to intentionally and consciously put ourselves in that state more often than usual, it actually is very beneficial for us. So here's some of the things that experience taught me. So, well, first of all, on Saturday, I just sat down and read like 200 pages for the first time in a long time. And I haven't been reading very consistently lately either. I'd maybe read like, 10 pages a week, if that, which is not good, right? Especially if you got a ton of books like I do that I haven't read yet that I want to. But I just let the excuse of being busy get in the way of that, right? So being able to disconnect from that really just really helped me plug into my books and unplug from all the other stuff. And really one of the things that triggered this was an excessive use of screen time on my phone, my computer, my TV. Pretty much like throughout all hours of the day, I found myself just glued to one of the screens, whether it's I'm working here or I'm on my phone just kind of chilling out later at night after work. Maybe I'm watching some YouTube videos or Netflix or something like that after work as well. It just wasn't productive, and I felt like I was just kind of like being trapped. It's like whenever I would have some free time, my mind would take the path of least resistance and just do what was easy, which is sit on the couch, throw on something on the TV, and then just start scrolling through Instagram, right? So that said, my mind was addicted and it was sick. So I needed to let my mind heal while I was letting my body heal from its illness too. So by cutting everything out, I was able to just go to town on some books that I've been wanting to read for quite a while now, but I just haven't made the time for them. And I didn't feel like forced or pressured or anything like that. It's like I wanted to. And I think that's a big distinction, because I know a lot of the time, like for example, after work, just through a regular weekday, I'd go to pick up a book and read. There'd be a lot of resistance. My body wouldn't want to read. It would much rather take that path of least resistance and just throw in the TV and call it a day. And so naturally that's what I ended up doing a lot of the time, right? So really just having that, cutting that out as an option, even just for the weekend, was very eye-opening to me, because once I had no other option and I just grabbed a book and sat down and started reading it, there was no resistance. it felt good. It was enjoyable, and it was easy. I could sit down and read 50 pages in one sit-in, and it wouldn't feel like I was exhausted. Whereas before, I'd read like 10, and I felt like I needed a break, you know? So that was very interesting. But really, the biggest takeaway is that sometimes we just need to budget some time for ourselves, because that was kind of the first time in a long time that I've really felt like I had the necessary me time. Because even when you're by yourself, when you're plugged in, when you're on your phone, when you're scrolling, checking in with friends and replying to people and stuff like that, or checking work stuff, like, you're not really alone. You're not really by yourself. You know, you're still plugged in, you're still connected, and the anxiety and stuff like that comes with that still exists. It still lives there. So that said, if you feel like you are kind of scatterbrained, there's lots going on, you've got some decisions you've been pushing off, unplug. Just do it. You'll thank me later. And I'm going to start doing this a lot more often now as well, because of the benefits that it brings. And is ridiculous to even think about this, and to think that I even have to make a video about this, because it should just be so self-explanatory. But it's also just such a powerful addiction that most people don't even understand, or don't even realize the true nature of it, and they don't even know that there's a problem. But if you are struggling to do the things that you know you need to do, and you end up just doing these easier things instead that are not productive, well, there's a reason. It's because your mind is just trained to get that quick dopamine hit. So if you remove that stimulus altogether and that option for that, then that's when you are going to see a lot of success and see a lot of growth. So that said, that's it for this video. Just a short one, but I will get back to regular uploads now that I'm starting to feel better. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.